Welcome to DPC's yoga channel. We'll be doing a core center flow today, and you don't really need anything, but if you want, you can grab 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books or whatever you have at home. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start by laying down on our backs. If you want to add a little hip opener, you can draw the soles of your feet together, knees fall apart. And when you're there, you can just gently close your eyes. And just start to notice your breath. You don't need to change it at all right now, just seeing if it's shallow today, if it's deep today, how it's feeling in your body. We're going to start to deepen our breath here. So starting into the belly, inhale, into the front ribs, side ribs, back ribs, chest and throat, and out the same way through the throat, chest, back ribs, side ribs, front ribs, and belly. And continue on with that flow a few more times through, just filling up as much as you can and letting go as much as you can. Nice and fluid through our inhales and our exhales. Let's go one more breath and you can return back to your normal breath. We'll gently draw our knees together and we'll go ahead and tuck them into our chest. And feel free to move around here. You can rock side to side. You can take little circles with your knees. You can bring them wide, whatever feels good for you. Just loosening up through the body. And we'll go ahead and start to rock and roll forward until we make it up to sitting, and we'll go right into a tabletop position. Okay, so we're going to start with some cat-cow movements. So on your inhale, you're going to drop your belly, open your chest, look up to the sky, and exhale, you're going to round down, press to the ground, draw your belly button to your spine, getting out all that oil out. And again, inhale, coming through your cow. And exhale to your cat. And you can start to move with your own breath pace here. And you can add in any movements that feel good. Maybe that's circles with your back. Maybe it's sinking down to child's pose a couple of times. Whatever feels good. And when you're ready, come back to a tabletop position. We'll tuck our toes under. Lift your hips up and back for our first down dog. You can pedal out your legs here for our first one. Just getting nice and loose. And when you feel good, we'll come back into a nice steady down dog. So what I really want to make sure is that we're not dumping all our weight into our palms. So we're protecting our wrists by pressing evenly throughout the hands, but really making sure we are pressing through our first finger knuckle and our thumb knuckle. You can just let your head drop down towards the ground. If your heels don't touch the ground, that's okay. You can bend your knees and your tailbone nice and high to the sky and just let them drop as much as they can. We'll start to bear crawl our way up to the top of the mat, nice and slow. No rush. And when you get there, feet about hip distance apart, bend your knees, let your head dangle down to the ground. You can take your elbows with your hands. Feel free to add any movement here that you'd like, swaying around, shaking your head yes and no, sticking your tongue out, whatever. Just making sure we're bending the knees to release the lower back. We'll get into the hamstrings later. And go ahead and reach down to the ground with your hands, and we'll roll all the way up to standing. Your head should come up very last. Yeah, feels so good. Okay, step your feet together at the top of the mat. We'll start with our warm-up sun salutations. So inhale, your arms come up, gaze comes with it. Exhale, you're gonna forward fold all the way down, let your head dangle. Inhale, unravel, coming into halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to a high plank. So for this first one, we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. And anytime we're in this position, you can come down onto your knees, or you can even skip this and go right into down dog. But we're going to go ahead and lower all the way down this first time. When you get to the ground, untuck your toes, pointing back to the back of the room. And inhale, we're going to lift just our chest off the mat. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. All right, we're going to tuck our toes under. Press so hard that your knees and your hips come off the mat. And we're going to lift up into high plank. Exhale, down dog. You're going to hold it in down dog for 5 breaths. So if you're ever feeling like your wrists need a break, or you just need a break in general, you can always come down into a nice child's pose position like this. Two more. Even throughout the hands. Go ahead and gaze at the top of the mat, separate jump your way to the top. Inhale, coming into that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to your side. We'll do that again. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, separate jump back, high plank. This time you can lower all the way down like we did before, or you can lower halfway down, rolling on the tops of your feet. Inhale, coming up dog, and then rolling back over for your down dog. So 1, 2, 3, seeing where you can soften. 4, and 5. Good. Gaze up at the top. Step or jump your way to the top. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, your head comes up first. Inhale, lift all the way up. Reach to the side body. Exhale, hands to your side. And we've got 3 more just like that. This is our warm-up, remember. So just breathe with the movement. If you are at a different breath pace than me, you can go ahead and do it at your own pace. So inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga or cobra, or go right to down dog. And when you're done with your 5 breaths, look to the top of the mat, step or jump your way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up, reaching. And exhale, hands to your side. Inhale again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, come up. And exhale, go into your down dog. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Go up to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your side. Last one. Promise we'll get more fun. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Make your way to down dog. Whatever way feels good for you. It's a great time to focus back in on your breath. Trying to create even inhales and even exhale. Gaze to the top, step or jump your way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, hands to your side. Alright, we're going to go ahead and inhale to chair. So drop the hips back and down. Inhale, reach your arms up. First, I want you to gaze down at your toes. See if you can see them. If you can't, sit back a little bit further in that chair. Good, and then I want you to gaze up at your hands. You want to activate your arms into it a little bit more. You can bring your palms together. Drop your head back. For 3, 2, and 1. Good. Forward fold. Release the hand. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to high plank. Alright, we're done the warm-up now. So we're in the thick of it. So we're going to hold it in this high plank. Even strengthening through the backs of your knees, point them up to the ceiling. Not sagging through the back or pressing up really high, just nice and even. Still sending the breath all the way down to the belly. Alright, and again, from here you can come down to your knees or you can stay up, but we're going to lower halfway down and we're going to hold it. So lower halfway down for 1. Really strong, keep breathing. 2, 3, really strong, good, use those triceps. 4, on your 5th one, we're going to raise all the way back up to high plank. 1. Really strong, keep breathing. 2, 3, last 2, 4, and 5. On this one, you're going to lower halfway down, and then we're going to roll into up dog. And then go into down dog. Alright, and this down dog, we're going to lift our right leg up nice and high. Give it a stretch. If you want to bend the knee, feel free. When you're ready, come back to that 3-legged dog. We're going to sweep this leg in between our hands. Going to come into warrior 1 from here, so drop the back foot down. Inhale, lift the arms straight up ahead. Again, we're going to activate our hands in this. Bring them into prayer position above your head. Gaze up at your thumbs if it's comfortable for you. Really making sure we're pressing through the outer edge of the left foot to get nice and deep into that lunge. shift our weight back down. So from here, it's going to be a little weird transition. We're going to drop our left hand into the mat, and we're going to lift our back heel off the mat and roll it so that we're on the outer edge of the left foot. From here, we're going to come into a side plank. So however you want to get there, make your way to that side plank. A couple of variations for side plank. You can bring this right leg out in front, or you can bring this left leg down. Either way, keep your hips lifted. Good. 2 more breaths. Try and keep your head in line with the rest of your body. Sometimes you like to lean forward. See what happens if you bring it back. And we'll shift back to high plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up nice and high. Open up that hip to the left side. Come back to 3-legged dog. Sweep the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back heel down. Inhale up to warrior 1. And we'll hold it for 5. Again, pressing through the outer edge of that right foot. Nice and strong, equally through both legs. And we'll shift forward, this time coming into side plank on the right side. So right hand down, make your way to side plank. Whatever variation you took on that side, see if you can do it again on this side. And we'll shift back to a high plank. Make your way to down dog if you want to come through an extra vinyasa. Feel free. Hold it here for 5. Retune in with your breath. Gaze up at the top of the mat, step or jump your way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Dropping the hips, coming back into your chair on the way out. We're going to hold for 5. So sit down. If your lower back is ever hurting, bring your feet about hips distance. And go ahead and stand up. Hands to your side. Okay, so we're going to do that a couple times fast now. So no holding it except for inside plank. So inhale, drop your hips, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower halfway. Inhale, back up. Lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, sweep it through. Drop the back heel. Inhale, up to warrior 1. Exhale, hands go back down. Make your way to side plank. So we are going to hold it in side plank. Feel free to take any variations that you want, like the ones I showed you before, or if you want to get more challenged with it, you can lift the left or right leg off the mat, or do some hip dips, or whatever you want. Come back through center. Make your way to down dog. When you're in down dog, lift the left leg nice and high on your inhale. Exhale, sweep it through. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands back down. Right hand to the center of the mat. Roll into the outer edge of the right foot. right side plank. Try and see if you can take the same variation you did last time. And then we'll come back through center. Make your way to down dog. We'll hold for 5. And look to the top of the mat, step or jump your way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale through your chair. Exhale, Samasthiti. And again, inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. High plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down. Left side plank. I'm just holding for 3 this time. You gotta keep those hips nice and lifted. 2 and 3. Good, make your way to down dog. Nice and easy. Left leg lifts on your inhale. Exhale, sweep through. Inhale up to warrior 1. Exhale, right side plank. Back through center, one more time. We'll make our way to down dog. We'll hold it for 5 when we're there. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, drop your hips. Lift your chest. Chair. And bring your hands to your side. Alright, so this next section, we're gonna need blocks possibly, if you want, for your standing split. So feel free to grab whatever you have in the house. Feet together at the top of your mat. Your left foot is going to ground down, and your right foot is going to lift, coming to a little boxy square on this side. What's going to happen is your right hip might want to creep up on top of that left hip. So draw it down. Hands can come to your waist if it feels comfortable. Drawing your shoulders back. And then from here, without leaning back, we're going to kick our right leg out. Point your toe. Use your core. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Go ahead and come into your standing split. So this is where you maybe want to block. Reach forward, down to the ground, or your block. And again, your right hip might start to creep out of alignment. So draw the right hip down in line with the left. It's gonna draw the right leg down a little bit instead of up high, but that's okay, it's in proper alignment. And from here, we're gonna start to play around with balance. So maybe bring one hand to your ankle if you want, or keep them on the butt. And maybe draw 2 hands. I'm gonna start to curl our hands up our leg, maybe bring our hands to heart center. And whether your hands are at heart center or maybe on the blocks, we're going to start to do some Jiva squats. So wherever you are, inhale nice and big. On your exhale, you're going to bring your right knee to the back side of the left knee. Inhale, kick it back out. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. Last one. And we'll step back to warrior two. In warrior two, your hands stretch out to opposite sides of the room. Shoulders still down, your back. Gaze is at the front tip with the middle finger, while your fingers are tight together like glue, keeping the energy in one center line. Pressing through the outer edge of the back foot, get deeper into that lunge. On your inhale, we'll come into reverse. Keep the lunge in the front leg. Exhale, reach through to the front of the room, keep the left side body long. Left hand goes down, right arm goes up. If you want a little bit more core here, reach the left arm out in front, but make sure we're not sagging down anywhere, we're really staying lifted. Inhale back up to warrior two. Bring your hands down. To frame the front foot, we'll lift our back heel off the mat and we're just going to step up to forward fold. And feel free to play with your legs here, bend one, bend the other, that was a lot. When you're ready, we'll roll all the way up to standing. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So right foot grounds down, catch your waist, lift the left foot off the mat. Again, without leaning back, straighten out this left foot. Use your core here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into standing splits. Again, draw that left hip back into alignment. Let your head dingle down. We'll start to play around with a little balance. Bring one hand to the ankle, maybe both. Work your way up. Hands to heart center. If you're there, wherever you're at, we're going to start our dream squat. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Crunch down. Inhale. Kick out. 2 more. Last one. Coming into our warrior two. Arms reach to opposite sides of the room. Settle down into that warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side, reach through. Keep the right side body long. Left arm reaches up. Right arm can stay here or reach out in front of you. Got 2 more. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Hands frame the right foot. Step to forward fold. And again, play around here. And you'll come all the way up. All right, now we're going into our designated core section. When you're ready, let's spread our feet about hip distance, maybe even wider, maybe as wide as your mat. We're gonna squat down as deep as you can. Be really strong and tight. Try to see if you can bring a sense of ease into this pose, just settling down. If you're really flexible, see if you can bring some strength. And when we're here, we're just going to drop down onto our butts. All right. So, we're going to start off with some core, obviously. So, the first pose is going to be Navasana. So if you have any lower back pain, feel free to always hold on to your legs from here, or if you don't have lower back pain, you just want to. From there, you can maybe bring your tiptoes. Next variation, maybe here, maybe there. whatever feels good for you. But wherever you're at, I want to make sure that we're able to shine our chest through, reaching up to the ceiling, because that's what's going to get our core. If we're like this, it's not really getting anything in there. So when you're ready, get into your position, hold, point your toes, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to slowly lower. So our lower back's on the ground. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, we're going to come into bicycles. We're going to make sure we lift our lower back off the mat for them. So it's going to be 1, same leg the whole time. 2, 3, nice and controlled. 4, it's kind of like a V-up bicycle. 5, 6, keep your chest shining through. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, 10. Come back to Navasana for 5, 4. This is the last Navasana. 3, 2, 1. Lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Next is bicycles on the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Feet down. Reach your arms up. Whew. Let your core relax. Oh, mama. Whew. Just take a couple of deep breaths. I'm talking to myself. But really, just go ahead and tune back in to your rhythm. It's a good time to maybe do a body scan before we slow things down, see how you're feeling. From here, we're going to go ahead and sit up. We're going to do hips and hands to cool down and stretch a little bit. So bring your right foot to line in our left thigh. And yeah, from here, we're going to sort of twist our body. So our chest is going to lay down on this left leg. So just twist a little bit. Inhale, your arms can come up. Exhale, reach down for this left foot. Inhale to keep a really long, flat back. And then exhale, you can start to relax. And this is the part of class where our minds maybe start to wander, so bring it back with these long held postures. Tune into your breath. How does it sound different from the beginning of class? Inhale, come out of this pose. Switch sides. Left foot draws in, right leg goes out. Nice twist to the body. Inhale, your arms come up, and then exhale, you'll fold. Again, when you're there, you're going to inhale nice and long. Make sure you're folding from the hip as much as possible instead of the back. like is you'll probably want to do it this way on your mat, but I just want to show you what the feet will look like. So knees come out wide, toes come to touch to begin. You're going to let your knees fall out to the side. You can stay up like this, or maybe come down into your forearms. And then from here, you're going to bring, if it's comfortable, your ankles about the distance of your knees. Like a little frog. We want to try not to bring our whole body down, because that takes the weight out of the hips, which is what we're trying to get. If it ever feels easy, just push your hips back a little bit. Remain focused on your breath throughout this. Some emotions might come up. That's okay. We're going to slowly start to move out of this, and it's pretty intense, so whichever way you want to go, but I like to just flat forward on your belly. However you want to get there, just take it easy on your body. We'll make our way to tabletop. Maybe spread it out a little bit. See how you're feeling. You just did a lot in this region on the inside, so we want to get to this region on the outside to keep ourselves safe. So we're going to come into pigeon. And if you know pigeon, and you know you don't like it, you can do this variation, which is just laying on your back, figure four, just like this. And it stretches the same muscles, it's just like not as intense. So, yeah, but when you're ready, whichever foot you want to bring in first, you can use any props that you like, or into pigeon on this side. Take it easy, we'll be here for a couple of minutes, so if you don't want to go down into your final pose, which is totally understandable, to begin, that's cool. Just let your body tell you when to move on. We've got another minute here. Just keep that in mind. Slowly and gently start to work your way back up. Coming into tabletop or down dog or whatever you want to come into. You work the side out. And there's no rush at all, but whenever you're ready, coming into the other side. Here on your back for figure four, just go ahead and switch legs. gently working your way back out. If you're on your back, you can stay there. If you're in pigeon, coming into whatever variation you did last time, felt good. And we'll eventually work our way onto our backs. Yay. Alright. Okay, tuck your knees into your chest. Just like we did at the beginning of class. Coming into happy baby next, so you can grab onto your big toes or maybe the outer edges of your feet, whatever feels best. Come into that happy baby. Go ahead and draw your knees into your chest one more time. Give yourself a squeeze, draw your forehead up towards your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release into your final resting pose here. Slowly melt into the ground. Give into gravity. Let your eyes close. And I encourage you to stay in this pose for as long as you want. But if you have to get going, then I just want to say thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, just stay tuned for more fun.